Hey guys, my name is Diana. I am the owner and esthetician at Glow Labs located in Long Island, New York. I'm actually filming this video for the second time because the first time I kind of just filmed an unboxing, but I decided what's the use in filming an unboxing video of skincare products without actually trying out those products and seeing if they work or not. The first time that I was filming this, we had a little bit of drama. A little bit of a situation. I'll insert that clip here.
These look really good. Pause.
Yeah, it was not the most successful video that I made, so I'm glad I get to do this over. So, this isn't gonna be all neatly packaged, unfortunately, because I didn't open everything to use it. If you're like me and you like to try out new skincare products, I think that this is a great way to do it at a pretty affordable price. So I ordered the luxe option of Facetory, I guess, like Factory. It came in a bag like this. So they give you 3 full-size products. They give you 4 sheet masks, and so this is the luxe option that's $34 a month. They have other options too. It gives you different options of how many oh my cat, what do you want? It gives you many other options and what exactly you want to see in your subscription box. I picked the luxe option because I like getting full face products, because otherwise, when I'm shopping, especially in the Korean market, because the Korean market, as we all know, is up and coming, or it has been up and coming. Like this is old news now. At this point, the Koreans are dominating the skincare market. But I never know where to start because 1, a lot of it is not in English, and 2, I don't know a lot of the ingredients. They use different ingredients, they use different formulas. So this is a fun way to try out new skincare products, especially the Korean skincare products, to see what works for you, to see whether or not it's worth the splurge. I think it was greatly worth it. So I already showed you the bag that it came in. So now I'll show you the box that it came in. It looks like this. It's metallic gold, says Facetory. Mine is a little damaged, but that's not their fault. That's my UPS man. Just keep glowing, which I thought was very on point. So the box says, just keep glowing. As you can see here at Facetory, if you want to follow them. And it's all very neatly packaged. It has these things, which are always fun for my cat, who's staring at me. The full-size products that I got are the Swarovski, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Repair Skin Softener. So this is described as a hydrating toner with rice embryo bud that nourishes the skin for maximum skin softness. Now, don't ask me what a rice embryo bud is, because I will not be able to tell you. Rice extracts and all that is something that's very popular in Korean skincare, so I was very excited to try this. I hear it's very hydrating. So I did try this, and I was using this as my toner. Very happy, but my one woe with a lot of these products, my one complaint, is that they all use fragrance. This is something that seems to be very popular in Korea. This is something that we try to stay away from here in the US. The reason being is fragrance, they do not have to disclose what the ingredients are. It could be a slew of different carcinogens and God knows what, and we won't know because they don't have to disclose what their personalized fragrance is. So it just says fragrance, and that's why I don't like it. But sodium hyaluronate, which is hyaluronic acid, is the second ingredient. And so when you're looking at ingredients, the first 7 are usually what it contains the most of. So to see hyaluronic acid as number 2 is always a good thing because it's going to be a very hydrating product. Hyaluronic acid, quickly if you don't know, it's a water binder. It holds 1,000 times its weight in water. So it's either pulling water in from the air if you're in a humid environment, or even as you know or as you don't know, our skin is the last place to get water because our main organs like our heart, our brain, our kidneys, they're the ones that get the water first. So it kind of acts like a magnet and brings that water into your skin. So always a good ingredient to see. And the rice germ extract, which is what this is all based on, is the 3rd ingredient. So it goes water, sodium hyaluronate, and then the rice extract. And that's great, that because a lot of times you see like these fancy names and that ingredient is all the way down on the list. And it's like, what's the point then? But this actually holds true. So this guy looks like this, and it has a really interesting consistency. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me zoom in here. It's kind of like water, but a little thicker, and it spreads out beautifully. You only need one pump, and it covers your whole face. And it smells great, I gotta say. I mean, I hate fragrance, but they did a good job with this fragrance. And then it came with this cream. It was the Milk Thistle Repair Cream. Milk Thistle, there you go. Repair Cream by I'm not gonna be able to pronounce any of this. Benobaji Skin Recovery Cream. I used this as my moisturizer during my few weeks of testing this out, and I was really pleased with it. So before this, I had a pretty extensive routine. When I got the subscription, I kind of had to drop it down and only use what came along with a cleanser because it didn't come with a cleanser. So I used the cleanser that I always use, and then I used these guys only. And my skin stayed hydrated. It didn't feel like I was losing out on anything that I was using before. So this is described as a perfect defense for your stressed and sensitive skin, which my skin was stressed because of the changing seasons. So it was really nice to get this at this time. I live in New York where it goes from winter to summer like that. Like, my hands are all slippy, but very quickly. And so this has definitely a thicker consistency. It's not your gel moisturizer, but it sinks in just as nicely as a gel, and it does not leave a greasy feeling. So I was a big fan of that. So again, I'm not familiar with a lot of the ingredients in this. Lots of seed extracts, that kind of thing. But glycerin is one of the top 5, and glycerin is a really great water binder as well. It works similarly to hyaluronic acid. And niacinamide. Niacinamide is a vitamin B. And it's really great for lightening and brightening the skin, and it helps a lot with people that suffer from acne as well. So this actually I liked because it didn't have the fragrance. So the third thing that I got is it's meant to be a cleansing balm. So I have oily skin. Just using a cleansing balm is not enough for me. I am an oil slick. I need a cleansing balm and I need a cleanser on top of that. So I've been using this as a double cleanse method, which worked really well for me. I felt less oily throughout the day. So let me show you this. It is a green tea cleansing balm makeup remover. So you use this, you put some on. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. So it's kind of like this waxy consistency. So you take a tiny scoop and you put some on, you rub it in, get all that makeup off, and then you add some water and it emulsifies it, turns in like this into this like milky cleanser, and totally takes all your makeup off without giving you that dried out feeling. A lot of cleansers tend to make you feel kind of like tight, like you can't move your face without it cracking. That is not the feeling you're going for. If your cleanser does that to you, it is too stripping. You want to look for something a little more hydrating and a little less stripping. So especially for oily skin, if you take off too much of that oil, your skin's gonna think, I'm not producing enough oil, let me start producing more. And that is what, if you have oily skin, you know that is the last thing that you want. Well, it's the first cleansing balm I've tried. I've been meaning to try cleansing balms. And I never knew how they would work for me because I'm so greasy naturally. But I really did enjoy it, and I think I'm gonna be keeping it as a staple in my skincare routine. I really like this even more than just using a makeup remover. Like, I use micellar water. I like this even more than my micellar water and cleanser combo. So I think I'm gonna be keeping this for a long time. So now, ingredients. They have a lot of essential oils for the scent. The scent is very, how would I describe this? Very spa. Like it smells, I don't know if you've ever been to Korean spa or even any spa, and they use like those essential oils, and it's like this interesting blend that smells very relaxing. While that's great, if you are more sensitive, if you're sensitive to essential oils, you want to stay far away from this because it will cause a histamine reaction. Essential oils tend to be sensitizing. I am perfectly fine. I am not sensitive. I'm just acneic. And the fact that this didn't break me out is really great, and that's all that I really care about. But for those that are a little more sensitive, you want to stay away from products like this. They have grapefruit peel oil, orange oil, mandarin orange oil, lavender oil, which is a massive sensitizer. Lots of people don't realize how sensitizing lavender oil can be. Eucalyptus oil, that's why it smells so good. Eucalyptus oil and rosemary oil, more orange oil, so many oils. The first ingredient is olive fruit oil. Too many oils for somebody that is sensitive to essential oils. Like I said, I'm acneic, not sensitive. Those are two very different things, and this worked for me. It didn't break me out. I didn't get a single little whitehead that I usually get if something's not working for me, so I'm very pleased with this. It does say that there's a skin irritation test completed. I don't know what skin irritation tests they run in Korea. I'm assuming it's the same as like having dermatology tested here. Clinical test completed, P&K Skin Research Center. So I guess this is tested on sensitive skin. It actually says that it's hypoallergenic. So maybe this can work for you. I don't know. Whenever you try a new product, especially if you're getting these subscription boxes and you have a new whole routine every month, my best advice to you, and what has saved me many times, if anybody looks at my skin, they will notice that the most breakouts I have right here. And the reason for that is every time I get a new product, serum, anything, for the first 2 days, 48 hours, I'm testing it right here. The reason being is it's the same exact skin as your face, but I can hide it. And that's my best advice to you. When you first order, especially if you order the Luxe box, you get free gifts. So I did a code. It was 4 free sheet masks with your first order of Luxe, and I got these guys. So it's 4 white mulberry hydration sheet masks. I love sheet masks. So my number one skincare product that I have the most of is sheet masks. My fridge, my mini fridge, I have a skincare mini fridge, my main fridge, everything is just overrun with these sheet masks. Not these specifically, but any sheet mask. The reason being is most of my skincare products are focused on healing, on taking off some of that excess skin oil. So sometimes I can overdo it and I can dehydrate my skin. I can mess up my skin barrier. The best way to counteract that is with sheet masks. So the way that I use sheet masks is I'll put on my serums, I'll put on my toners, I'll put on all of my skincare products, sometimes even down to like the moisturizers. Like I'll do my whole routine depending on how dehydrated I am, and then I'll slap this on top. I will keep this on for usually 20 minutes, no more than that. You don't want it drying out on your face because then it'll start having the opposite effect and pulling things out of your face. But I will put this on and I will let it sit and really let those products that I just put on soak in. This is the best way to do it because it does not allow anything to evaporate. A big percentage of our skincare products that we put on at night or during the day, whenever, tend to evaporate. And so you're wasting so much money on these skincare products. You want to make sure they're soaking in. I'll sometimes do one of these even every day, like in the winter time. They're really great. This one specifically has no parabens, no sulfates, no fragrance. So big fan of that. And I got 4 of them for free. So they have really great discount codes and like gift codes. The next thing that I got, I actually already used. This is probably one of the more fun sheet masks that I've used. It's called Be Bright, Be You. It was a brightening mask and it was gold foil. When I put this on, I'll include a photo here. When I put this on, my husband said, "What do you think, we're rich or something?" So that goes to show how luxurious this looks because my husband thought I wasted a lot of money on it. This is actually made by Facetory. It is one of their own brand. My skin was glowing the next morning, so I really did like this. Anything that you get through the subscription box, you can easily later buy through their website. So I think I'm gonna invest in some of these because I really like the way my skin looked the next morning. There is niacinamide, glycerin. All of these are some of the top ingredients, top 7. This is vitamin C. It has a little bit of willow bark extract, which I personally like. Willow bark extract is where salicylic acid comes from, so it's a little degreasing as well. So it gave you a very healthy glow. There's sodium hyaluronate, which is hyaluronic acid, which I discussed earlier. A lot of really wonderful ingredients. But fragrance, there is fragrance. You just have to decide what's worth it to you. I'm not sensitive. If you're sensitive, you have to stay away from fragrance. So this is one that I haven't tried yet, but it's pretty cool packaging. I don't know if you can tell, but this is kind of like holographic over here, the little circles. This is a pore bubble mask. It's a vitamin-enriched bubble foam that deeply penetrates into the pores and removes blackheads and dead skin cells. That's a pretty big claim. Whether or not it does that, I don't think it does. The reason being, anything that would kind of help with blackheads or oils is so far down the list of ingredients that I don't think it's gonna make quite a difference. What I will say though, it has CoQ10, it has vitamin E, vitamin C. It also has glycerin. So all of these are going to be very hydrating, very brightening, and very healthy for the skin. Vitamin C and E together are actually a super team. They're a power couple, and they boost each other's strengths. So whenever you see vitamin C and E together, go for it. It's incredible. I'll actually make a whole video about vitamin C and how it should be packaged in order to be working correctly, because oftentimes it's not. So the next one that I got that I also haven't tried yet, Vital Propolis Ampule Mask. So propolis is actually from honey. It's something that bees create, and it's very healthy for the skin. Honey in general is really good for the skin. It's entirely antibacterial, antimicrobial. It's very hydrating and soothing. So whenever I was younger, when I would break out in cystic acne, I had really bad cystic acne on my chin. I'll actually probably do a video on how to control that as well, because hormonal acne is the hardest to get rid of. I would actually put honey directly on my face and it pulled everything to the surface, especially Manuka honey. I don't recommend it if you're allergic to bees or honey, or if you're sensitive to it, but if you're not, it is a miracle worker. So again, this is really great ingredients. Niacinamide is one of the top ingredients, glycerin, but there's fragrance. So propolis is 1, 2, 3, 4, is the 6th ingredient. So it's one of that top 7, and that's good. That means the name here is one of the active ingredients, and that's rare to find. So very happy about that. So then it came with these 2 eye masks. I used the anti-wrinkle eye patch, and then they also have this dark circle eye patch. It's the Thief eye patch. It goes all around rather than just right under. They have the same exact ingredients. It's the same exact product, just different shape. I'm always very skeptical about these and how well they work. I have pretty bad dark eye circles no matter what I do. They tend to be genetic, and it made my eyes hydrated, if that's what you're looking for, but it didn't really do anything else. The subscription box actually comes with this piece of paper. It says just keep glowing, and I think this is really useful because it breaks down what your skincare routine should be. Granted, nobody needs this extensive of a skincare routine, but if you have some of these products and you don't know where to include them, which I get a lot of clients that are like, when do I use this? When do I use that? This is a really great little cheat sheet to have. General rule of thumb for using your serums, toners, whatever, go in thickness and consistency. So the lightest goes on first, so that would be a toner, then you go on to like a serum, then gel, whatever, down to the cream. So always work in thinnest to thickest, and you can't really go wrong there. That's the best way to do it, because the thinner the consistency, the smaller the molecular size. So if you put on something really thick and then put something really thin on top of that, chances are it's not going to go down, because those molecules are blocking the smaller molecules from penetrating. Also came with a little explanation of everything that you got here in the box. All of it says you are golden, just keep glowing. It's cute. I like it. It's good packaging. They try hard. I think it's worth it. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to my next box. I'm going to be resubscribing every month, and if you guys like it, I'll do an unboxing every month. And that's that. So if you're interested in learning more about skincare and facials, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and follow my channel. And I look forward to making more videos for you guys. Bye.